Okay, guys. So, Swedish government wants to ban ancient Viking symbols, proclaiming they constitute incitement to hatred.
Yeah, I heard about this yesterday. I think it was.
I think we
This
sort
I
of
was
covered it.
disgusted.
Yeah, I think we sort of covered it a little bit, but this is a full story on it. Like, my question
Oh yeah, I
is,
was disgusted at this. Like
well,
Norse, it's like Norse symbols and stuff.
yeah. So my question about this is, did we not just have a blockbuster movie come out where one of the main characters was one of these Viking symbols?
Um,
Thor.
Endgame?
Thor. Yeah.
Yeah, Thor.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway.
Goodness me, is oh okay? Is Endgame promoting hate? Ooh.
Oof! There you go, 4chan. Work your magic on that one. It'll be the next white power
Oh
symbol for
yeah,
the OK symbol.
actually, they need to do this. That'd be perfect acceleration.
Oh yeah. So Swedish government. Well, I should message the boys later on 4chan. The Swedish government is trying to make certain ruins from rune alphabet, as well as some old Norse, Scandinavian symbols, illegal. Their official reason for banning the ruins is that Nazis used some of them during the Second World War. For the example of Odal ruin, that means O, and the Terror ruin, I might be getting this wrong, which means T. Reportedly, the Social Democrat Minister of Justice Morgan Johnson is behind the initiative. So according to the proposal, Old Norse symbols and jewelry may also be banned as incitement to hatred. This includes Mona, hammer of the Norse god, Thor. Oh boy.
They have to ban all the movies in Sweden.
They're gonna ban Mjolnir because it's, incitement of hate. I suppose it's incitement of hate if you get hit with it. But anyway, the Viking, the Odin's Knot, and the Vespa. I need one of my mates to jump in here because he's really good at this. He's actually part Viking. However, ruins are over 1,200 years old and have absolutely nothing to do with the Nazis. For many Swedes, the ruins are a big part of their religion, Astra, and for some, they just have a great historical meaning. The definition of racism in Sweden includes any kind of oppression against a religion that is racist, which means that banning ruins is racist against Swedish law. Nonetheless, the government is now trying to ban the country's pre-Christian heritage, religion and culture and art.
First they came for Christianity and no one spoke out. Next they came after the Vikings.
Yeah. To ban ruins because they were used by the Nazis is exactly like banning the Christian cross because it was used by the Ku Klux Klan or the Crusades, or to ban Arabic letters that are used by soldiers of the Islamic State. At the Ethe community, which organises Astra and people with the interest in the Old Norse cultural heritage, the outrage is great about what they mean in restrictions on, among other things, religious freedoms. A petition has been launched on Friday, the 24th of May. A manifesto in protest against the proposal will be held outside Parliament in Stockholm. So, people are not happy about this, and I can understand why. Like, this is absolutely insane.
Yes, it's insane in the membrane.
Yeah, welcome to Clown World. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. I really don't. So I actually thought they were going to ban them because Islam found they were offensive. But if that's the case, Islam is going to find every religion symbol offensive unless it's Islamic, right?
Yeah.
So is that something that they're going to ban every religion now?
it depends how self-hating Sweden becomes. I think that's pretty much how it works.
That Christians are borderline extinct in the Middle East. You want to bring that up as a relation thing, do you?
Sorry?
That the Christians are borderline extinct in the... Do you want to talk about that as a relating topic?
Yeah, that's a really good relating topic.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Christianity is the first thing that they went after. I mean, the Norse religions are obviously the next thing that they're going to go after. But I mean, it's interesting because it also ties into a lot of. I mean, the conservatives were right, basically. You know, they're going after Christianity.
Yeah.
And I thought that maybe you'd like this story here.
Yeah. I don't have a problem talking about it. I've got it up on the screen. So Christians are borderline extinct in the Middle East now. The Christian population of Iraq has dropped from 1.5 million before 2030 to less than 250,000 today. Christians have become nearly extinct in the Middle East and the land where the religion began 2,000 years ago and flourished until the rise of Islam. According to The Hill, the Christian population in the Middle East has dwindled down to dangerous levels, which only worsens during the reign of Islam. In 2003, Christian population of Iraq stood at 1.5 million. Today, it's dropped to less than 250,000. Does it say why they dropped?
Why do you think it's dropped?
Well... Yes, well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, here's a really good way to put it. There's a website that marks all of the church attacks and burnings in, I think is it Germany? Well, no, sorry, France. Yeah. There's the church burning map, and a particular group of people are most likely going around doing that.
So Egypt, in Egypt, Christians have increasingly faced intense persecution. Who are they being persecuted by? Daily Caller or Daily Wire?
Now, why isn't the Daily Wire being honest about this?
Well, the Daily Wire is. At least they're putting that part in. So in 2017 alone, 128 cryptic Christians were killed for their faith as their culture churches were bombed and homes desecrated. As a result, Coptic Christians have fled the region in record numbers. The situation has become so dire that President Al-Fath el-Sir have taken extra steps to stem the tide, which includes persecuting terrorists who have targeted them, rebuilding destroyed churches, and appointing the first cryptic female governor of an Egyptian province. He doesn't say, though, who is the one doing the prosecuting. Can we take a guess?
What's the dominant religion in the Middle East? That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I don't want to see Sweden lose their heritage. I don't think the Swedes want to lose their heritage. I don't want to see the movie Endgame banned in Sweden because it has Mjolnir in it, which is probably how far they would go. Look, at the end of the day, and also it's a dangerous precedent too, because if you go through and start banning the Christians and then you start banning the Swedes because that religion is offensive to Islam, then what about Buddhists? What about every other religion apart from Islam? Because they're all next.
I can see it percolating.
Yeah.
Screw it. I'll just be blunt about it. Basically, Islam is coming through, and they do believe that their religion is the only true one.
Yeah.
And it's percolating and into a simple thing at the end of the day. They are, getting through into the West, they're getting into the institutions, and they're basically going to systematically go after every religion until they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Sorry if that
is
was too blunt for the
no, no,
channel.
no,
And
no, no, no.
that
That's
me.
fine. And this is my problem with the alt right. The alt right will sit there and will go on about another religion, but to me, Islam is a bigger problem.
Yeah, but here's what I think about, and I saw this. That there was a discussion between Sargon and one of his fans
Mm,
on one of his 4 hour long videos. I've actually watched all of them, the four
yeah.
hour ones.
Mm,
Bit too much time on my hands there, I guess.
mm,
Um, Here's the thing. It fundamentally it makes sense. Defend Christianity and keep it alive and try to grow it. Because at the end of the day, whether you are a Christian or not, the West is the best, and it is fundamentally, it comes from the Enlightenment, and the way that Western culture works is very much founded on Christian values.
yeah.
Western values come from Christian values and the Enlightenment.
Yeah.
So we really need to, here in the West, promote and push Christianity back up and prop it back up and defend it against Islam.
Yeah, we do. This is what
Yeah.
I've said to you. I've said to other people in the past. I don't have a problem with Christianity. In fact, I would make the argument that some people need something like Christianity in their life because it helps them be a better person. You know, the whole fear of I'm going to rot in hell or be condemned forever if I don't believe in, like, if I don't behave myself. That is a real threat that some people makes them behave. It's a, you know, it's the fear of wrath of God if you screw up. Sometimes people need that to behave themselves. You know, sometimes rapists and murderers and whatnot will sit there and find God and become a better person because of it. So if that's the case, I support Christianity. Obviously, I don't want this born again fanatical Christianity. But at the end of the day, I think it is important that we do have Christianity values, especially in society. Ever since we sort of, and we, it wasn't me, obviously, it was other people, but ever since they've gone after Christianity for the past 20 odd years, we've seen a dip in morals in society. People are stealing stuff, people are assaulting people, stabbing people. The society is going down, and it is being dragged down with it. And I was talking to one of the other people I work with the other night, and I said to her, I said, society is going backwards. And she said, yeah. She says, I don't know. We have drug problems. We have people on opioids and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, there were people on this sort of stuff back in the day, but it seems that the problems these days are so much bigger than what they were when Christianity was around.
But the thing is like it's more than just one factor. There are a large number of issues, fundamental societal issues at the moment, that lead people down depression, and depression leads to substance abuse. You know, and people cope with it in really strange ways. Like it's not just substance abuse, but you also have like weird things that people get into. You know, one such thing is like, you know, you have sex addicts too. You've got all kinds of coping mechanisms, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. We were driving home last night, and I gave her a lift home, and there was a guy that was walking along the side of the road, and he was like, it was like he was on that flacker sort of drug, that makes you spasm, and it was like he was on that, and I just, because I turned around, and I just said to her, I said, like, what a waste of life. It was just, you know, like, yeah. But anyway, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the Swedish government wanting to ban these 8 ancient Viking symbols? Do you think it's a load of crap? Do you think at the end of the day this is a joke? In the fact that, like, it's insane that they're doing this? Do you think they'll go after other religions like Buddhism and whatnot after this? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.